Hi again. My name is Rebel and I'm the Rebel Reseller. And today we're going to be doing a haul video. This will be from our last trip to St. Louis, which was just a couple weeks ago. Got some hard toys and then I've got some plush to share with you. But just because this is the first haul since, look, we have our wall. And it's cram-packed. Which is funny because then I bought this to put on my wall. So I don't know. If it works, I may just go ahead and sell it. This is one of the Fisher Price. I think they were Tough Stuff, maybe. Cassette player. I mean, I hope it works. It's got a tape in here too. Don't know. Father knows best. Not quite sure. But if it works, I may just go ahead and sell it. But if it doesn't work, then yeah, I'll find a place somewhere for this. Not everything here is Play School. I did end up with some Fisher Price over here. But it's probably, now it's going to be time that I go ahead and do a video. It may take a couple of videos just to kind of share what's on there. Especially just to tell you the series that a lot of this stuff is from. But nevertheless, we'll see what I can get with this. Hopefully it works. I'm thinking 25 plus. There was a time I could get 50 or so, but it's probably not as much now. And then my friend Frances put this in my cart. She picked it up for me at the St. Louis bins. Also, they met us over there, Frances and Mike. And so I'm going to try to find a place down here for it also. It's a Fisher Price train. I think it's from the 80s. Then, yeah, I hope this works. But because Toy Story is hot right now, this is one of the talking Sporky figure from Toy Story. Problem is it's got a stress mark here, and you can see the foot is kind of sticking up, but I think it's supposed to like move and talk. So we'll see. Right now, it's not doing it by pressing the button. Hopefully it will work. I'm thinking about $10 to $15 for it. A Woody hat replacement. It does say Disney Pixar down here on the bottom. I will, of course, measure this, but I also usually provide like how wide the hat is here so they can determine whether it's going to fit the Woody that they have. I'm hoping like $10, $15 for it. I don't find these very often. They are glowworms by Hasbro. There's a whole series. I remember when I got the high bid estate sale, I got a bunch of these. Some of these I think were McDonald's maybe also. I don't think I have any listed, so this will just have to be a singleton. And I'm hoping 10 plus for it. Cute figure. It doesn't say McDonald's, but a part of me thinks it's McDonald's. But it is Elliot from Pete's Dragon, and there's a little button here that makes his mouth move. Probably, I'll be lucky if it's bread and butter, but I'm starting to put together, like, either he'll go into a McDonald's lot, or he'll go into, like, just a loose figure lot, and, I'll put, like, 10 of them together and, list them for, like, $25, that type of stuff. And some other figure, Bandai, it pops out its eyeballs. That's all I know. And it works. I'm hoping bread and butter for this. $10-ish. I don't know why I keep torturing myself with Barbies. It's just accumulating over there. I may just dump these and see how many pairs I have and just list it like that. They look vintage. So, maybe 15, 20 bucks. It's an iron-on transfer. It says Think Pink. Little flamingo, neon. I don't know. I'm hoping, again, bread and butter for this. It'll be easy to ship. And I'll just put it in a flat box. Ship it that way. I looked this up. I was hoping it was going to be worth a whole lot because it's She-Ra, Masters of the Universe. Just a big old swan. I do think this is discolored some. But I want to say it was only going to be like $15 or so, maybe. Maybe it'll be more just because I have this part on it. I don't know. I'll see if I can get, I think it's just right now dusty, dirty, but I think that might be discoloration. I had to save it. That's the bins. It's going to the trash after that. I love Winnie the Pooh. I may go ahead and keep this for myself. I've got all my little people Christmas stuff right here. So I may just add it to it. Maybe, yeah. I've got mostly Fisher Price there, I think, but I may just add that to it. Unless it's worth, let's say more than $15, then I may just go ahead and sell it. Loving Family tent. I'm thinking about $10 for it. And then found this Jimmy. Make sure if you find these animated toys that their legs aren't broken. And this one's fine. Again, I'm hoping like $15 or so for him. And I think, man, that's loud.
We all know that song, right?
Michael Jackson.
Thriller.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Got a little Halloween dog. Man, that scared me. Scared me.
What was that song you were listening to yesterday? And it was, I heard the beginning piano keystroke of In the Arms of the Angels by Sarah McLachlan, I think. But all I heard was that. I had no idea what was going on. And I heard... I think I'll Just Stay Here and Drink by Merle Haggard, because they have very similar
starts
songs at the beginning.
Yeah. I have found music on YouTube, and I just kind of I've talked about her before, but I love Eva Cassidy, so I figured out that if I put Eva Cassidy into YouTube, then I just let it keep playing. It brings up comparable type of music. So yeah, Sarah McLachlan was in there also. That's my kind of music. Just blast it out here all by myself.
It was not Merle Haggard.
No. All right, and then I found some Plush. Scentsy Buddy. I found a couple of these. They're very smelly. Does this one have a removable pouch? Yeah, it's got a pouch in there. Words of wisdom with these: don't store them with other Plush because it makes everything very perfumey. I don't even though I bag everything, it still goes and sits on a shelf by itself. They're not, it's probably going to be bread and butter, but I'm pretty sure I found 2 or 3 of the buddies. So I'm going to, the smaller ones, put them together. This might be a treasure. It purrs, and it's like, purring and what is it called? Yeah, kneading. But it's DSI Toys, which is the same as Kitty Kitty Kittens, the ones that are recalled, which is like mine one right there is a recalled one. But this one doesn't have a bladder or anything, so it shouldn't be a problem. But I'll see what others are listed for. But I've sold them in the past, and I want to say it was 25 plus. Paw Patrol. This is Sky. It is a gunned puppet. Probably going to be bread and butter. Yoo-hoos. I've got a lot going. I think I started a new one. So I'll just add this to the new one. Found quite a few Kohl's Cares. I like picking them up. Ooh, this one's dirty. It should come clean though. Eric Carl, I am making lots up. I think I put together like a lot of 3. But somewhere, I don't think I've got it processed yet, is another one. So I may just start a second lot. I want to say I've got one similar to this listed. Or something. I'm thinking it's this. It is Cloud Island. This one is really dingy. What I may do is do a sink full of water with OxyClean and let it sit for a bit and see if I can't get this white a little bit nicer. But I want to say this was $20+ also. Oh, we looked up. I spent like $430 the 2 days that we were in St. Louis. So, you know, I'm thrilled with the things that I found. A lot of bread and butter, but I did find some treasures also. And Robert didn't spend very much. He mostly helps me when we're doing these Ben's trips for toys. You only spent like 30 or something on
Yeah, it was
clothes.
a piddly amount.
It was piddly.
I just didn't find as much this time for some reason. We go in, Rebel and I go to the opposite ends of the hard goods section. We meet in the middle somewhere, and then she throws a bunch of my stuff back and takes the good stuff. And then I go look for clothes, and usually we leave not long after that. So I don't have a lot of time to go through the clothes. So I surface shop the bins. I never really dig into them too deeply unless I see jeans or something nice sticking out. But going through them this time, I just didn't find the thing sticking out, and the jeans that I did find were all in really bad shape or brands that I don't want to get. So there just wasn't as much easily found for me this time in the time that I had.
All right, Polar Express. I'm sure I just listed one, so I'm just going to up the quantity to 2. This is Haba. I've got one listed. This one seems to be in a little bit rougher condition, so it may end up being a second listing. And speaking of rough, this is rough too. But for some reason, I'm thinking it might be a treasure. But I'm going to probably the same time I'm soaking that blanket, I may soak this also. Hopefully a Google Lens is going to tell me, but you know, it just has that look of something that, you know, hopefully is like 25 plus. It's got the embroidered face. More Kohl's Cares. This is from the book You're Here for a Reason, Nancy Tillman. It's going to be bread and butter. I may have one listed. That one's in nice shape. This also is Kohl's Cares, Chameleon. There was a time I could sell these for quite a bit, but I just did a real quick Google on it, and it's probably going to be bread and butter also. But there was a time, there's a couple in this series that are like rainbow type animals, and they sold for a lot, but not this one anymore. Tie. Looks like a Pluffies. I mean, it's got the Pluffies stuff. It is 2005. You know, I'm going to hope 15 plus for this. All of these are just different. Aurora. I like picking these up. Now I'm going to try to see if in all of my Aurora that's listed, if I have a couple of things that would go with a turtle. Like maybe a fish or a frog or something like that. And then I can make a lot of 3. Another Kohl's Cares. I think this is like sister, brother, something like that. There's a boy and a girl from this series. I do not think I have the girl at all. So this just be listed by itself. There's another puppet. It is Five Nights at Freddy's. 2023. Probably going to be bread and butter. I just sold a lot of Five Nights at Freddy's. So I don't even know if I have anything to put with it. All right. Daniel Tiger. Pretty sure. Cat. It's supposed to make sounds. So I'll have to see if it's going to be working. You know, I'm hoping $10, $15 for this. Found another Pillow Pets Pee-wee. I'm going to ask my friend Lisa if she wants this. She's been wanting me to collect some for a dog. So I'll ask her first if this is one that she wants. I got her some bigger ones, but if she wants that one too, I'll add it to the pile. I just love these flat dogs. And some of them sell for quite a bit, especially if you find some in like Chosun. Can't think of the other brand. I think it is Chosun. They sell for quite a bit. I'm saying 50 plus. This is Kids of America. It definitely needs a bath. Nothing that a good wash won't fix, but it will fade this tag. Unfortunately, it's from 2002, so I'll be able to also list it on Etsy, and I'm hoping 20 plus for this. Adventure Planet. It got kept for its cuteness because I don't really care for that brand very much. I'll see if I've got other Adventure Planet, and that may have been my thoughts behind it. it's one of those brands I don't want to pick up hardly anymore unless it's very unique animal, like a red panda. But I'm hoping I have others that I can go ahead and make a lot and go ahead and get it sold. Abby Cadabby. She's in really nice condition. You can tell she's not been ran through the wash because her hair isn't all frizzed on the end. She is 2010 gunned. You know, I'm hoping 15 plus for her. Just got a couple left here. This is BJ Toy Company. I know I've just cross-listed something, so that was BJ Toy. So I'm hoping it'll have the same safari theme as this zebra, and then I'm just going to make a lot out of it. You know, if I can put two of them together for $20, $25, I like that. This is pretty sure Aurora, but the Goodwill tried to sell it for $3.11. Oh, there it is. It's just a cute little hedgehog. Sometimes these odd color stuff do better than like if this had been brown, just a brown color. But I'll see if I've got others I can put it with. And then here's my treasure. Found a Fisher-Price Puffalump. It's the mouse. You know, I don't see any stains. It's got a couple of fuzz balls on it. That'll come off easily with a sweater. Didn't you say that yesterday? Sweater shaver. Its only problem is it's been washed and the tag is completely faded. But I'm still thinking 50 or so for this. So that's nice. I'm not going to keep it. I've got a couple of Puffalumps. See, I've got the monkey. I've got this. I think I have one more. I have a mouse up here. That's enough. Enough. Don't need any more. And I'm out of room. All right, y'all. It's time to get to work. Bye.